Have you ever thought about what charcoal can do besides grilling barbecue? Besides the secrets you may have seen somewhere on YouTube or learned before, I'm going to share with you one more secret about charcoal. Watch this video to discover the step-by-step process. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss any amazing DIY ideas. Now let's get started. Grinding the burnwood into fine charcoal powder. Make sure to crush it thoroughly until you get a smooth, consistent texture that will be easy to use later. Get a clean plastic cup ready to hold the charcoal powder. Make sure the cup is dry and sturdy so it won't spill during use. For this step, we'll use sandpaper to grind the charcoal. Rub the burnwood gently against the sandpaper until it turns into fine powder. This method helps you get a smoother and cleaner charcoal powder compared to just crushing by hand. Once you're finished grinding, take a small cup to collect the charcoal powder. Carefully transfer the powder into the cup to keep everything neat and ready for the next steps. Now I'm going to do a small experiment with charcoal. Spread a layer of charcoal into this bottle cap. Next, add a small amount of superglue onto the charcoal layer in the bottle cap. The superglue will slowly soak into the charcoal layer. Once it hardens, the charcoal particles will stick together, forming a solid surface. This could create a small, durable piece that combines the strength of glue with the porous texture of charcoal. Now I'm going to put it into practice right away. Here, I have a plastic box lid with a visible crack running across the surface. The crack makes the lid weak and unusable, as it can no longer close tightly or hold weight properly. This is where we'll test the charcoal and glue mixture to see if it can help strengthen and repair the broken part. First, cover one side of the crack with aluminum tape. This will act as a support layer, holding the pieces together. After the soldering iron has heated up, I'll use it to melt and fuse the cracked plastic parts back together. This will help strengthen the lid before adding the charcoal and glue mixture. Now, let's start pouring the charcoal and superglue mixture into the crack. Gently fill the gap until the mixture completely covers the damaged area. Make sure it spreads evenly so the surface becomes strong and smooth once it hardens. Next, let's move on to a bolt that has been cut from a longer rod. This piece doesn't have a proper head for tightening, which makes it difficult to use in its current form. We'll apply the charcoal and superglue mixture together with a nut to recreate a new head for the bolt. I place a nut onto the end of the cut bolt, making sure it sits firmly in position. This nut will serve as the base for the new head. I apply the charcoal and superglue mixture around the nut, filling the gaps and securing it tightly to the bolt. Next, let's move on to a piece of black plastic that has a hole in it. This damaged spot makes the plastic weak and less useful, so we'll try repairing it using the charcoal and glue method. First, cover the backside of the hole with a piece of tape to prevent the mixture from leaking through. To make the repair even stronger, place a small piece of wire mesh over the hole as a support frame. Before adding the charcoal and glue mixture, I use a soldering iron to melt and fuse the plastic around the edges of the wire mesh. This helps lock the mesh firmly into place, so it won't move. Once the mesh is secured, I apply the charcoal and super glue mixture over to completely seal the hole. With the melted plastic holding the mesh and the mixture covering the surface, the repair becomes much stronger and longer lasting. Then apply the charcoal and glue mixture on top of the mesh. The mesh will act as reinforcement, helping the patch bond more firmly and making the plastic surface much more durable after it dries. Spread it evenly so the surface becomes flat and solid. Now I'm going to add a little bit of baking soda and combine it with the charcoal. Mixing baking soda with super glue makes the reaction set much faster and creates a harder, more solid bond. When blended with charcoal, it forms an even stronger filler material for repairs. Now I'm going to fix the rivet onto the bottle cap by securing it firmly in place. We'll be able to test how well the charcoal, baking soda, and glue mixture can hold it together. Next, I pour the mixture of charcoal, baking soda, and super glue around a rivet to lock it firmly onto the bottle cap. The baking soda helps the glue harden almost instantly, while the charcoal adds strength and bulk. Once it sets, the rivet will be tightly fixed in place, making the cap much stronger and ready for use. After the mixture has completely dried, I'll test the rivet to check its strength. By pulling and twisting it, we can see whether the charcoal, baking soda, and glue combination holds it firmly in place. If it doesn't move or loosen, that means the repair method is strong and reliable. Now let's check the box lid. I'll press and bend it slightly to see if the repair crack holds well. The surface stays firm without opening up again. It means the charcoal and glue mixture has reinforced the lid successfully. Let's test the bolt head. I'll use a wrench to tighten and loosen it to see if the newly formed head holds firmly. It doesn't slip or break off. Let's test the black plastic piece that had a hole. I'll press and bend the repaired area to check if the patch stays firm. Thanks to the wire mesh support combined with the charcoal and glue mixture, the sealed spot should feel solid and resist breaking. If it doesn't flex or crack open again, the repair is successful. If you found this experiment useful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any new DIY ideas. And feel free to share this video with your friends. It might inspire them to try it too.